Do you recognize these artworks? No? Maybe? It's fine, cease your worries. I will satisfy all your curiosity. This work was actually made by Lyonel Feininger. Lyonel? Who is he? Relax, I will answer it for you. He was born as Lyonel Charles Adrian Feininger on July 17, 1871 in a German-American family that lives in New York, United States. He was born in a family of musicians. His father, Carl, is the renowned violinist from the Lodge, while his mother, Elizabeth Cecilia, was a singer and pianist. Now, you might be wondering why Lyonel became an artist instead of a musician just like his parents. When Lyonel is at the age of 9, he actually received violin lessons from his father. However, his interest is more to drawing and building model ships. In fact, in 1887, Lyonel, who was 16 at that time, actually went to Germany to take music lessons, but instead he decided to pursue visual arts by attending Hamburg School of Arts and Crafts. Throughout 1888 to 1892, he continued his study at Akademie der Künste in Berlin. 1 year later, he became a caricature for US and Germany magazines, Harper's Roundtable and Fliegende Blätter. In 1906 to 1907, he worked for the French weekly journal Le Témoin. He was also a publisher for the weekly comic strip of the Kinder Kids in the Chicago Sunday Tribune. He returned to Berlin in 1907 and began to work on easel paintings and drawing of architectural subjects and street scenes. One of his work is The White Man in 1907. He encountered Cubism through Robert Delaunay's work during his stay in Paris that year. He began to develop his personal version of Cubism. His style is the colorful analytical Cubism, utilizing overlapping planes of color and intersecting rays of light to represent architectural subjects such as churches and castles. His work impressed the avant-garde artists of a German expressionist group, the Bauhaus, so much that they invited him to join the group in 1913. The Bauhaus was an expressionist group that started in Munich in 1911. Wassily Kandinsky, Franz Marc, and Gabriel Munter were the center of this group. Through this group, he had his first solo exhibition in 1917 at Horvath Walden's Gallery in Berlin. In the end of 1918, he met Walter Gropius, a German-American architect and the founder of Bauhaus, a school of modern architecture and design. He was recruited by Gropius to teach at Bauhaus and became its first form master and head of the print workshop. In 1924, he formed Der Blaue as a successor to Der Blaue alongside 3 of his friends, Wassily Kandinsky, Russian artist Alexei Wojnarowski, and Swiss artist Paul Klee. Coincidentally, they were also an instructor at Bauhaus. When the Bauhaus moved to the south in 1925, he left his career as an instructor but still remained in contact with the institution until it closed in 1933. In 1937, his work was one of the deemed Entartete Kunst, or degenerate art, by the Nazis. His work was portrayed among the 740 confiscated modern works that were exhibited in the defamatory show Degenerate Art in Munich. The exhibition received more than 2 million visitors during its launch. Its aim was to mark modernist tendencies such as abstraction as a result of genetic inferiority and society's moral decline. As one of the artists that was deemed degenerate, he was banned from practicing as a painter or even caricaturist. In 1938, he decided to leave Berlin and return to the United States. Although he experienced difficulties in adjusting to his new environment, he settled down and found renewed motivation to continue painting. In 1944, his work was exhibited at the Museum of Modern Art. He died at 13 January 1956, aged 84, in New York. In the end, Lyonel Feininger was not only a leader of the cubo-Expressionist movement and a successful caricaturist, he was also a respected instructor that brings revolution to the pedagogy of modernist art.